In the heart of a merciless winter, a tiny dragon girl, with eyes that glowed like embers, cried in the doorway of a snow-covered cottage. The snow fell in heavy curtains, and seeing her tremble, a lone human wrapped his own coat around her small, scaled shoulders. Under the cold light of a frosty moon, they stood alone in the empty village square. The little dragon pointed a trembling claw toward a dark forest, where a blizzard raged. He knelt beside her, the snow swirling around them, offering what little comfort he could. Her shimmering scales reflected the icy blue moonlight, a stark contrast to the warm glow of the lantern he held. Together, they left a single pair of footprints leading from the village into the frozen wilderness. A howling wind bent the trees as they stepped onto the icy path, the start of a perilous journey. He carried her through the blizzard, her small fiery breath a tiny, defiant flame against the freezing air. He shielded her small body from the biting wind, and for a moment, through the swirling fog, they saw it, the faint, eerie silhouette of an adult dragon. Hope flickered. They crossed a frozen river, the ice cracking ominously beneath their feet. The little dragon clutched a necklace, a memento of her missing mother, her only link to home. They found a small alcove and managed to build a flickering campfire, a fragile beacon against the icy gale. His hands, gripping the lantern, were already showing signs of frostbite, but he pushed on. The forest path ahead began to glow with a strange, magical frost, and from the snow-covered brush, a giant wolf-like creature emerged, its eyes fixed on them. He stepped protectively in front of the little dragon who, summoning her courage, let out a small burst of fire, scaring the predator away. As they continued, the footprints in the snow grew larger, more dragon-like. They were getting closer. A fallen tree, draped in icicles, blocked their path, but the girl used her keen dragon senses, sniffing the air, catching a faint, familiar scent. Then, a distant roar echoed through the mountains. He stopped, his own breath visible in the freezing air, and listened. A shimmering trail of dragon scales, scattered on the snow, confirmed their path. It led to a snowy cave entrance, glowing faintly with a warm, inviting light. Cautiously they approached. Inside, icicles hung like fangs from the ceiling, and the walls shimmered with the residue of blue dragon fire. The little one touched the wall, a wave of recognition washing over her. It was her mother's warmth. Following a narrow, icy tunnel that echoed with distant, weak coughing, they found her. A massive dragon, her mother, lay wounded in the snow. The little girl ran to her, tears of relief streaming down her face. He knelt beside the injured dragon, offering his help. The mother exhaled a weak puff of smoke, just enough to melt a small patch of ice. In a tender moment, the daughter hugged her weakened mother. He quickly built a fire inside the cave, its warmth a welcome shield against the storm raging outside. The mother dragon opened one eye, a silent thank you. He began to treat the frostbite on her wounded wing, and the little girl placed her tiny claws gently on her mother's snout. As the fire grew brighter, shadows danced on the cave walls, and a chilling howl echoed through the frozen night. Glowing eyes watched them from the darkness. Gripping a makeshift spear, he stood guard at the cave entrance, determined to protect them. He stepped out into the storm, snow swirling around him, and faced the massive ice beast that had been stalking them. Just as the creature lunged, a powerful burst of dragon fire erupted from the cave. The mother, using her last reserves of strength, had saved him. The beast retreated into the shadows and the mother collapsed, exhausted. As dawn broke, the storm calmed. Golden sunlight spilled into the cave, melting the frost. The mother dragon slowly rose, looking stronger. He offered her water, and the little girl, seeing her mother recovering, smiled for the first time. The trio stepped out into the bright morning. The mother dragon stretched her wings, healed and whole. She bowed her head to the human in respect, and the little girl hugged his leg in gratitude. With the girl riding happily on her mother's back, they walked across the peaceful snowy field, leaving the dark cave behind. The human pointed them toward a safe path home, back to the village. As they arrived, the villagers gasped, seeing the dragon mother alive. Warm lights from the cottages welcomed them back from the cold. That night, under a sky full of stars, the human watched over the sleeping mother and child, a family reunited and safe, forever bound by the courage and kindness shown on one frozen, unforgettable night.